Hi YouTube. How are you today? It's Anneke Van Buren. Today I'm in Ocala. I'd be crazy to be in Tampa. And my other place, there's an evacuation order for that neighborhood. And as of maybe 2 hours ago, in the latest update, Milton was still heading toward the west coast of Florida. Here is Tampa Bay, and it was projected to be about right here, which would be a better case than right here or right here, because the storm rotates this way. It'd send that water right up into Tampa Bay, which would pretty much wipe out South Tampa, which is one of the most beautiful parts of the city of Tampa, all along the waterway and Bayview Drive. But all we can do is sit back, watch, and pray that people will be safe, that people would have heeded the evacuations. With a 15 to 20 foot storm surge, you'd have to be in a 3-story house with a roof that was bolted down. So keep us all in your prayers. Ocala is about 80 miles north of my other place, just outside of Tampa, which is about 20 miles north of downtown Tampa. So we don't know what's going to happen. So please be thinking of the folks in that area, because this is one of the worst that's come along in a very, very long time. Tampa has not had a major hurricane in 103 years, and there's millions of people in Tampa Bay. So then it heads across the strait right over the top of Orlando with more millions. So this is a really bad one. So I thought if there was ever a perfect day for a cocktail, this was it. And it's called a Revolver Cocktail. And the recipe comes courtesy from Bulleit, who is a bourbon manufacturer. And they call it Frontier Whiskey. So I guess that's where they get the revolver from. So what we're gonna do, I have a shaker here full of ice, but what I'm supposed to be using is a glass container, which I had years ago and it got broken somehow. So that's gonna be one of the first things I do when I move, if there's a place to move to. We'll find out. So it's a jigger and a half, or an ounce and a half, I should say, of Bulleit Bourbon. And no, Bulleit does not pay me a dime to mention their name. It just happens to be my favorite bourbon. And I've tried a lot of them over the years, believe me. And then, this is the real kicker. Now, this came from the people that make this, so we'll try it. This is a ½ ounce of coffee liqueur. And we're gonna use my Kahlua. Salted caramel. Might be more sweet than they intended. And then they ask you to do a few dashes of bitters, but the orange bitters. So these are a little different. You know me, I like a lot of them. They say 2, I say more. It's my house, my rules. Okay, we're gonna stir that up really, really good here. You do want some of that to melt down. So I am going to go to my sister's tomorrow. We live in the same community. My son also lives in the same community. Neither of them are very far. But I want to leave my car in my garage during the storm. And so they're going to come over and pick me up Wednesday. The time's going to be determined by when the storm is moving in. Now, we are not going to have a storm surge here. I doubt we'll have flooding, because this community is built up around a whole series of retention ponds that have equipment to get the water out and fast. So we will see. There's about 13,000 people here. So, and then we're gonna just take and strain this into my version of a coupe glass, which is more rounded. But one of these days I'm gonna buy one, but I was kind of waiting until I moved to the new place. Wow, look at that. That's perfect, isn't it? Look how full that is. All right, now the last and probably the best part. I'm gonna try a couple different ones of these because the last time I used this peeler it didn't want to work. Today it's working just fine. And we're using an orange peel. And I'm gonna twist it so I release all the oil flavor and put it right into that Revolver Cocktail. This is probably gonna be a doozy. Oh, it's delicious. Here, doesn't that look yummy? I'm surprised. I really thought that maybe that Kahlua would be too sweet with the bourbon. Wonderful. So, because of what's going on right now, I've been getting my home ready. I brought in all my patio furniture and all my loose plants from the back garden. And then the chairs that were on my front porch and hanging plants, and put some of them just on the floor of the porch and put them away so they're out of the weather. And we'll just see what happens. We've all stocked up on hurricane food. I have lots of water. I have lots of diet soda. Since we won't be able to make coffee in the mornings, I'm bringing Diet Coke. I know, I look at people that drink Coke in the mornings and I go, well, now I'm gonna be one of them. Because I don't know about you, but I need that caffeine jolt in the morning. So anyway, I am casual today. I didn't fuss with my hair. The makeup, it's kind of a beachy wake up makeup, not too much. And I'm wearing a pair of new jeans that have a wide leg at the bottom. And these were sent to me as a gift from one of my fans and my subscribers for OnlyFans. And I do have an Amazon gift wish list. So all you have to do is check the description below. I'll send you the information if you've ever liked to send anything. And with that, I'm just wearing some very simple low-heeled sandals. I don't know if you can see them or not. Just keep it simple. And this belt, I think I've had for 20 years. And these embellished belts now this year are very much back in style. They're mostly gold. And then I just put on a sheer crop top with long sleeves and a very pretty bra that I bought in Ireland years ago. And I'll walk away so you can just see. Not anything fancy at all. Would I wear it to the supermarket? Not in Ocala. I might wear it in Tampa. I don't know if I would wear it in Land O'Lakes. Would I wear it within my neighborhood that I am going to be moving to? Absolutely. So that's it. Those of you that are in the path of this storm, my prayers and best wishes for the best outcome for all of us are right here for you all. And especially for those folks who have just less than 2 weeks ago just endured Helene, which did devastation up in the Big Bend. Much lower population, obviously, than what happened to parts of the Southeast and especially Western Tennessee. One of the scariest things for me because that's where my daughter lives. But she's up on the top of a mountain that's made of rock. So they just lost power, but I didn't hear from her for 5 days. And the stories I'm hearing about that area in Asheville are just so sad. So folks, if you need to or want to help, I'm sure you can send money via the American Red Cross. And keep Tampa in mind if we have an outcome that's worse than they planned, but I'm gonna hope for the best. And I hope you will too. So thank you for being here. And if you like this channel, then please subscribe and hit the little bell for an update. And I always put a little description of this recipe, the Revolver Cocktail, in the description below, and then what I'm wearing. I wish you health and safety this week, wherever you might be in the world. Namaste, my friends.